Welcome to Absolute Idaho. Let's build a stool. Hey YouTubers, it's Jim, Absolute Idaho. Welcome back. I've been off for a while now. Summer comes, you know how it is. But I'm trying to get back into the swing of things. Winter's coming. Starting to feel like a fall day, even though it's still August technically. But hey, whatever. I love fall. I love winter, so it works. I know the last two videos I did was the grain mill cedar table, which is behind me. Poor audio. I'm going to try and redo them. I think I've got it with some good audio. I just need to sit down and actually do it. But this is actually another video that goes with that. I'm actually making the bar stools for that cedar table. And I can show them to you real quick. Here's the cedar. I don't have it done yet. It's obviously got the top on it. I have actually sprayed it. That's what you can see here. It's kind of clear, shiny, clear coat on there, urethane. So I'm going to put epoxy resin on the top of this as a finish because, they could possibly spill coffee or milk or whatever, and that would be hard to clean up and probably smell bad if there wasn't a way to actually clean it up. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing the rest of this week, but I was going to show you, this is actually the stool that I came up with for it. Made mostly of parts, and some new steel obviously, and wood. But down here, let's look at this part here. So this is actually, this piece right here is actually part of a wagon wheel. I'll show one to you. This is it's underneath this pile of stuff, but this right here, wagon wheel, I basically just cut a length of that out, two of them, and they actually are my sides on both sides of the terrible view, both sides of the base. And this is a bigger base probably than the average person would want, but this is going to be in a coffee shop and you want it kind of heavy, so I've done it. Also, you can see the diamond plate that I have on the front, just kind of basically bent it into a 90, and I cut out on the plasma table. Cut this out on the plasma table. This is just scrap, 1/4-inch steel. I have quite a bit of it, and I have the Ingersoll brand, the International Harvester brand on it, and then this is just some expanded metal, and then you actually have a 2 by 4-inch rectangular tubing that comes up into the seat. The seat is actually a hickory seat. Cut down out of a slab, and I've done 3 other ones. There's going to be a total of 4 stools, just some angle iron on the sides to give a little bit more width, and then these pieces in the back here are actually spokes basically off of a wheel extender, if you will, that I've cut off and reused, repurposed, and another piece of angle iron on the back, and here in the back it mounts to. And of course, a stool is not complete in my opinion unless it can actually turn and ride itself after you get on and off of it. And up underneath there you can actually see some of the mechanism. I just purchased that mechanism, but cut out the plate and that sort of thing. And I think it's a pretty clean stool. The only thing I want to do still is, it's a little tall, but I did that because the bar is a little bit tall. I want to actually make some little foot plates that actually move and go across here for you to set your feet on once you actually get in the stool. So that's what we're going to be doing. I was going to show you a little quick video. Probably won't be completely in-depth or detailed, but it'll at least give you a generic idea of what I've done. And again, there's a kind of a side angle look. I think it's pretty cool looking. I'd put it in front of the bar, but the bar is actually on these rollers, and so it's taller than 6 or 8 inches taller than what it normally would be sitting there. So, but you'll see it in the end. So this is the piece I just cleaned up that you saw. You'll notice I've actually put relief cuts in it. That's actually where I'm going to actually bend this to a 90 degree. using the pneumatic press. There's a 20-ton press that I built. It's pretty good. I wish it was bigger. I'm working on that. But in theory, I'm just going to put this in. This is the outside, so I'll put it in upside down, put it in here, and break it. And it'll be a lot easier to break because I put those relief lines in there, and then I'll just weld into them so that it becomes strong again. Pretty close, but not close enough. Yeah, that's pretty close. I like it. So that's where we're at. Just got to do that times 3. Something else I'll show you. You notice I got a notch cut in this from the plasma table. That lines up with the relief cut that I put in. I got one on both sides. And in theory, that's so that when I line it up into here, I can just be looking at the edge. So I make sure this edge and this edge actually line up with those notches. And I don't really care what happens in between because I know they're lined up. Just, you know, FYI. So after it's bent, you can see that's the relief cut, and it's basically a 90-degree corner for me to actually do my welding in all the way down. And I'll actually weld the back side first because nobody sees that. That way you don't have to have gas back here. And then when you weld the front side, it's a nice clean weld without pinholes. So I'm getting ready to set up, and I don't know how many other welders out there like me, probably all of them, majority of them, have a table like this. I mean, I could just clean it off in the morning. By the end of the day, this is just kind of what it looks like. There's multiple projects going on, tools everywhere. And the sad part is, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only guy. Anyway, here I'm going to show you, this is actually kind of what it looks like. It's just sitting there, you know, nothing's tack welded, nothing. I cut that on the table to match the actual contour of the wheel, because remember, this is actually a wagon wheel. Same with this one, and I'll just weld them. Are they tight? No, they don't need to be, though. Once I weld them all together from the inside, it's going to be nice and clean. That's the back side, and then the plate will actually just go across here. And that kind of gives us that same look that we had on the other stool. So I'll start tack welding. Probably not going to be able to see too much, but I did tell you I was going to show you. This is sitting nice and flat. That's what I want. This is my keyway because I want, that's where my post comes up, so I know it's got to be square. The back, I just got to be kind of close. I can manipulate it a little bit. These need to be almost flush, although this is 1/4 inch plate, this is 3/16, so there's a slight elevation difference, which was by design. I love welding. It's so cool. I do. So again, I probably didn't point out, but this has actually got a slight contour to it, and I just matched them both on the drawing for the on the plasma table. That way they meet up nice and well. I mean, that's actually a really nice tight fit. And again, I'm going to weld it from the back side first before I do any finish welds on here, so that I don't get any pinholes. I might get some on the back, but chances are I won't get any there either. I've been doing this a long time. But even if you haven't, you'll figure it out. And this is the thing about using, you know, old wheels. They're not perfectly true. So some of this is actually off. Like this one's pretty darn good. This one's off. This must have a bend in it. Well, you can see it. There's a bend in it right there. But it doesn't matter. This is art. So again, I can jump that whole gap if I need to. Oh yeah. My gloves have seen better days. And if you're new to welding, tack weld, tack weld, tack weld. Metal moves, and if it's tack welded, it can't move. Otherwise, you're going to have like a crazy thing that doesn't sit flat. See how flat this sits? That's just tack weld. When I go to really welding it, I got to actually clamp it down. I'm going to pick my happy medium here. I guess will be about right there. Got a little bit of an overlap, but that's alright. Well, we've got to check it with one of these. Get some more there. Cut this in. So, anyway, it's kind of what it's looking like. That's what it looks like underneath. And like I said, I'm going to weld all this up underneath. So, show you when we get to that spot.